Hello everybody, happy birthday to me. This is my birthday weekend, so I thought I'd give you guys a present. I'm going to teach you how to play this lick that you just heard, so stick around. Okay, I want to welcome everyone to the video. Today is October the 1st. My birthday is actually 2 days away on the 3rd, but it's a beautiful day. I thought I'd come out here in the backyard and set up a camera and microphone and do this video real quick. And it never fails. Every time I come out here to do something, it can be beautiful and nice all morning, and either as soon as I get set up it clouds up and rains, or traffic starts going by. You can probably hear that. I'm about 150 feet off the road here. I'm in my backyard, so you're going to get a little bit of traffic noise. I hope that's okay. Hope it's not too bad. If it's too bad, I'll know when I edit this, and if it's too bad, I'll do another video. But if you see this, that means it probably wasn't that bad. So here we go. I did one of these videos several years ago where it was on my birthday, and I just decided to teach you guys how to play a lick, and I did it. And I'll link a link in the description below, and probably try to put it up in a link in the screen here as well around this time when I edit this. But it seemed to go over pretty good, so I thought, why not do it again? So here we go. The lick that I did years ago was just one that I came up with out of my head playing. This one, however, is not. This is a lick that's pretty much a common lick. It's not really a particularly easy lick, so you don't hear it that often. So when I say common, I don't mean like everyone plays it, but a lot of good players have played it, or at least some variation of. The background for me on this was I first heard this lick, I was probably about 14 years old, I guess, and Mark O'Connor played this in one of his guitar versions of Dixie Breakdown. Not the Live from Winfield version, but the Markology album. He did it on there, and I sat down and learned as much as I could off of that record. I'm going to play it by ear, so that's the way I'm going to teach it to you as well. And I just thought it was a really cool lick, and up to then I had never heard it, and I thought, wow, Mark just blew me away with this thing. And as years go by, I found out that this is really a kind of a common lick in a lot of genres. It come out of jazz background. I've heard it a lot in swing, western swing. I've heard it on fiddle, I've heard it on mandolin, I've heard it on piano. I've heard it on everything at this point, I guess. I learned it was a cool lick, and I might pull it out of the hat once in a while and do it, but I don't play this lick a whole lot anymore. And because of that, I'm going to be a little rusty on it, I'll tell you that. But it's a cool lick, and it's the idea isn't hard, it's just the technique's kind of hard, and you'll see why if you try to learn this. But here's what the lick is. You're gonna play this out of the key of G, but you're gonna come all the way up here into this position, D shape, starting on the 7th fret. So what you're gonna do though instead is you're gonna put this finger here, this finger here, this finger here. So that's your first finger's on the 1st string, 7th fret. Your next finger, bird finger, is going to be on the 2nd string, 8th fret. Your ring finger is going to be on the 3rd string, 9th fret. So that's actually an E minor. There's your E. But in this case, this is going to be your relative minor to the key of G. Now you're also going to use your little finger in this a lot, and that's probably why it's kind of difficult for a lot of people. And I'm going to put a disclaimer right here that I'm sure I don't do this exactly like everybody else does, and that's okay, because I've heard this lick in so many variations, and so I'm going to teach you the basic way that I've learned it, with the way I've heard it, and you can change a lick here, a note here and there, and make it your own. I encourage that, actually, but I'm going to give you the basic foundation for it. So here we go. So all you're going to do is it's an arpeggio. That's what it starts as. But now, after you hit those 4 notes, you're going to start sliding back a fret at a time. So this is a chromatic descending arpeggio. And I'm sure the guys that studied theory a lot and are much smarter and more learned than I am at this stuff will chime in the comments and tell you there's probably an exact name for this. And I welcome those comments, by the way. Just be nice to each other. That's all. But here's what I've got. So I'm going to start off by playing in this formation. I'm going to start on the 1st string with my little finger, on the 10th fret. And I'm going to hit the 10th fret, and I'm going to hit the first string again. So there's 4 notes. And I'm playing down, up, and I've tried to present the camera so that you can get my pick angle, and I got the mic off to the side so you can see that I'm doing down, up here. So there's the first 4 notes. When you hit that note, you're going to slide, and you're going to play straight down the strings. To there. And at that point, you can play it or you can slide. For the sake of speed, I usually slide on this, but it's going to go through like this. I'm going to play it through slow one time actually here, I think, just to give you an idea. So here's what it is, sounds like slow, if I get through without messing up, which is not probable, but we'll try. Okay, I did. So there it is. So you're going to go slide, slide, or play it. Same thing you just did again, but you're going to do it at this point you're 2 frets behind because you slid down a fret when you started it. So it's and you're going to tag out right there with the G note. That's all this is. It's the same formation. You're just moving it back a half step at a time. I'm going to do it real slow. Now I varied up and down on that. It's a lot easier to vary that when you're playing it slower. And when I play it up to speed, even then sometimes I'll vary it. So I'm going to tell you, this is one you're going to want to try to learn it 4 notes at a time. I always teach that way. Learn the 3 or 4 notes. And I'll tell you, when I was sitting here warming up before I turned the camera on, I hadn't played this lick in so long. I had to just sit here, and this is what I did over and over to get through the first part till I could get through it, and that was, you see, I didn't even then. So it's hard. So take it apart a piece by piece. Piece by piece, 3 or 4 notes at a time. Get the notes under your left hand, and then try to work on your right hand pick direction. It's gonna be easier for you to learn once you get the notes under your hand. Then you work on your pick direction, and once you settle on whether you want to do it down, up, or put a up in there occasionally, because I mean, a lot of times you're hitting the strings above each other. And I know a lot of the guys out there will keep the same flow of the pick direction. And if that's what you do, that's fine. I usually just play down, up. It's natural for me at this point. So play what's natural for you. And if nothing is natural, play with it a little bit, find out what feels best, settle on it, and that's what you want to practice. But first you want to work on your left hand and get the notes. And like I said, it's just that. Just all it is you're playing. Now I'm going to give you a tip here. When you start trying to build speed on this, you're going to want what you're going to try to incorporate into this lick is you're going to want to release the tension on those strings. You're going to lift your hand up. Otherwise, it's a continual ring and it overlaps, and it doesn't sound very good on this particular kind of lick, at least not to me. So that's a tip. It's kind of hard to show you how to do that at speed. It just goes by so fast. And I don't do it when I'm playing it slow. When I'm playing it slow, I have to let the strings ring or it wouldn't sound right. But once you start trying to play at the speed, you're going to find that you're going to be lifting your fingers. And you don't have to come way out here and, you know, try to be athletic about it. Just lift them just far enough off the strings that it deadens it and stops the ringing. So it's going to sound like. I think in that case I picked, instead of sliding the first string, I always slide to the third. So when you start building up speed, you're going to find ways to make it sound better. But first, go slow. Just play it slow. Get the left hand under your fingers and go from there. And have fun with this. There's a lot of different things you can tag it, different ways to get out of it. Now that you've seen the basics of it, you're going to start hearing it a lot more probably than you used to and go, I know that lick. I've heard that before. At least that's the way it works for me. But I won't notice something for years. Then all of a sudden I notice it and I learn it, and then I hear it everywhere. So it's a cool lick. And like I said, it plays well. Like I said, Mark O'Connor did it in Dixie Breakdown when he was moving from the G through the C position. That's where it carried him through. You can do it in a lot of places though. You can use it when something holds the G, like a extended G in Alabama Jubilee or something like that. You know, so you can shorten it a little bit too, if you need to make it work. You just have to find a way to get out of it. But anyway, have fun with it. I hope this helps. See y'all next time. Thanks for watching.